Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Are you fat, hefty, full-figured, or plump? Does your body fat gather in your throatal region, causing your cadence to gain weight? Is your voice husky? Do you smoke? Are you a lady tenor? Are you one away from having a clear voice? If you're tired of being stuck in puberty voice, do we have the product for you? What we got, Halls, Werther's Original, and the almighty Vicks ain't got. Try Little Wheezy's throat spray. Cause we know you ain't hoarse, you're just a little wheezy. Our patented spray opens up your airways and removes unwanted throat fat, smoke, and voice husk, leaving only a sound as clear as Oprah Winfrey's credit report. Little Weezy's voice spray comes in 2 distinct pH balances, Wayne for men and Florida Evans, which is strong enough for a man but amazingly leaves you sounding like a woman. Try Little Weezy's throat spray today and wash your sand throat away. Good morning. I'm a little wheezy this morning. That's why I went ahead and played that. Welcome everybody to another edition. See you in the morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Excited to be here, man. I really am. Almost died in my ear last night. I'll explain that later on. The 6 million ways to die. I almost died in my ear. It was crazy, but we'll talk about that a little later on. I'm excited everybody's here, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back and do this show again, man, I appreciate you. I thank you. From the bottom of my farts, from the bottom of my heart, man, I appreciate you being here. Let's go ahead and get into this show, man. It's a Talk About a Tuesday. If you're not familiar with what See You in the Morning is, it's my horrible idea to get up in the morning and get online at about 7:15-ish and explain to everybody, just talk about too much that's going on in my life, in my world. And it's a weird thing. It's a weird flex, but it's the flex that I have. It's a weird flex, but it's the flex that I have. Want to be quite honest with you guys. I have been wearing this shirt places and been out in the streets. Didn't even realize that this is a pajama shirt. I finally looked inside of my shirt and it says inside the shirt, pajama shirt. So I've been out in the street in my pajamas. I feel like at this point, because I've worn this to Walmart and these are officially pajamas, that I should be eligible for Section 8. But that's a whole different story. First thing I do on this show is I speak to everybody, man. If I ain't sleeping with you, I'm speaking with you. So that's the first thing I'm going to do this morning, to speak to everybody. The first 3 people who speak back to me, of course, win awards. So let me go ahead and give out their medals. Let me give these people their flowers while they still got allergies. The bronze medal today goes to Franita. Y'all see the tongue? I'll get me married one day. Franita Rollins-Dell. She won the bronze medal. Going in with the silver is the Bishop, the Reverend Dr. Pope Calvin J. Hill. And winning the gold today is Crystal Sex Appeal. So Crystal Sex Appeal with the gold, Calvin, the bronze, and Franita. Silver winning Calvin, Franita with the bronze. Also here, man, is a mainstay, man, Denzel, Don't Call Me Washington, the Equalizer Glover. Patricia Pippen is in the building. Crystal Panell is in the building. Roberta Carter is here. Roberta. The Lisa Banks, Eartha Garrett. Good morning, Jamie. Tanya Marche is in the building. Lisa, I have a date with Lisa. Good morning, Bree. Bazaria, good morning. Ida. Oh man, Candace, super rude Cox. I'm gonna tell y'all why she's so rude. I seen her in the streets the other day. I was clearly in distress. My vehicle. I was outside of my vehicle looking at all the tires. You could tell my tire was flat. Her and her kids just drove by. They waved, and she's like, "Hey, I would stop, but I gotta feed the kids." So, um, she chose the kids' hunger over me being stranded on the interstate. Crazy. T. Mitchell in the building. My man Jacob. Yeah, Bree, this right here, man, is kids. I got kids in school, college. I got multiple tuitions paid, man. It's not much. The beard gonna get gray. The beard's gonna be gray. Shannon, good morning. JP, what up, doe? My girl Malira. Now, Malira, let's talk about Malira just for a moment. As all know, Malira's a frequent guest on the show. Great friend of me and the fam and everybody else. Good morning, Delisa. Malira is over inspirational. Malira be inspirational at 5 in the morning. And there's nothing wrong with getting an inspirational text. When she sends an inspirational text and video at 5:30, and I'm just gonna let Malira know. I don't see those videos until noon. You send them at 5:30, but I don't even read. Like when I read the message and I be like, oh, this is just inspiration. You can't inspire me while I'm still asleep. So I gotta wake up first before I read your inspiration. It'd be like 4:30 in the morning. I'd be like, why is she up? And no reason for you to A, be awake that early, B, be trying to inspire the world. And I appreciate what you're doing and how you got there. But listen, let it go. Let go and let God. Like the Holy Spirit ain't even up yet. Jesus gets met in the yard when the dew hits. The dew don't hit till like 6:30. Ain't no dew on the ground till about 6:30, 7 o'clock. You done beat Jesus in inspiration. Calm down. But I do appreciate when Malira does it. Because you be feeling a little bit down, then Malira will hit you with something. You'll be like, oh man, I feel better now. I feel a lot better now. So that's what I got. In case y'all are wondering, last night was Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers just got paid like $16 billion per minute because he was only out there for 4 plays. I don't know if he's gonna be hurt for the season, if it's his Achilles or his ankle, but Aaron got hurt, and the team won anyway. It's crazy. But if you ever want to hear me talk in depth about sports, that's tonight, 9 p.m. right here, same platforms. Same platform. I'll be here. Yes, JP, I'm working the game today. So tonight, 9 p.m., same platform. I'll be right here on our show, Second Give. Me, myself, my 3 co-hosts. It'll be all 6 of us on there, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a great show. Tune in 9 o'clock tonight for Second Give when we talk in depth about sports. So today, I'm going to talk about what's going on in my life. Y'all may have heard me say it, but I almost died in my ear last night. Almost died in my ear. Now, I know a lot of y'all are saying this. I thought your sports show came on at 8:30. I changed the time to 9 o'clock just for this week because I'm working a baseball game. And last week I had to do the show from in my truck. It was hot. I was sweating. Um, and I don't mind sweating up top. My up top sweat's not an issue. I do really good with up top sweat. Up top, I sweat in my brow, sweat around my neck or something. I really don't do a whole lot of sweating. I sweat in my forearm. That's fine. What you don't want is crotch sweat. That crotch sweat gets to you. Crotch sweat is strong. You don't want that crotch sweat. That crotch sweat, man, that gets you. That crotch sweat will stay around with you. And every now and again, fellas, you should just check your crotch and see what you got going on down there. I don't know if you can put degree in your crotchal region, but every now and again, fellas, just stick your hand down there and give it a wipe and come back up. You can play it off. You can play it off a little bit. You just go across here. You be like, oh yeah, no, that ain't what you want. When you realize that, I don't want the crotch sweat, so I try to stay out of sweaty crotch regions. I've been trying to buy more breathable drawers. You want to have breathable drawers. You want to make sure your drawers are breathable. You put those in there, man. Your drawers are breathable. I guess they got dude wipes that you can use as well, but you got to make sure you prepared at all times. All times. Now, I don't know if you're able to I don't know if you're able to wipe after every go. I think that might be weird. Now I know you got to wipe after you sit, but as a guy, would you feel comfortable? Would you feel comfortable every time you stand and deliver? You pull out a little dude wipe and just kind of go in there and in. It's all right, Pastor Shy. We trying to talk about you just don't want to be malodorous in your man region. You don't want to be malodorous in now. See, men in these purses, the merce is something that I can't do. The merce I can't. I personally now when it was cool, I did have a fanny pack. I ain't even gonna lie. I was about 13 years old, maybe. I had a fanny pack. I ain't had nothing in there, but I had one. I used to carry one, but I don't know now what the thing is with a man. Now I was watching something, and this is really weird. Since we don't talk about it Tuesday, I was watching something. I watched a pastor, and he got on there, and he talked about how men weren't being men because men wore tight pants, and they had what he called a pocketbook. Men were carrying pocketbooks, and they were doing this. I'm gonna just tell you this. I don't have a problem with the guys that wear the merce. If you got on a merce or a satchel, because that's what Indiana Jones had. If you got those, now they were cool when I was 13, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had one of them MCM ones back when I was like 13. I wore them maybe a week or two. I was like, oh man, this is kind of awesome. I was able to keep all my stuff in it. They talk about people. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this out loud, and I might catch some flack from some of my old school guys, some of my OGs. I don't care what the young people wear. If the young boys want to wear tight pants, let them wear tight pants. If they want to have their ankles out, no socks, let their feet stay. I don't think your clothing determines. Yeah, he told the men to stop shopping at Baby Gap. I don't think your clothing determines your manhood or your womanhood. Right? So if we want to keep it 100, men in Ireland wear kilts. A kilt is just a skirt. I went to I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got a good friend of mine, a guy named Moby. Moby always wears a kilt for no reason. I was at an all white event. This dude came through and he had on a white kilt. Killed the game. He killed the game. I was like, dog, I kind of want a kilt. Like he killed the game in his kilt. He literally killed it. He literally killed it. It didn't make him any less of a man. I feel like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel like a kilt might be all right. I think on a windy day, man, we've never experienced this. I think on a windy day, fellas, have on a kilt, let that fresh air, man. The way that listen, pants are restrictive on bald wind. I think if we get in, I think if we get in, we wear a kilt, that fresh air gets onto your ball region. I think we revolutionizing the game. I think there's a freedom there. I think a kilt's fine. Now I wouldn't wear a mini kilt. I wouldn't wear a mini kilt. That's a lot. And I'm not wearing a mini kilt. Like my kilt has got to be below knee. I think my kilt got to be at the knee or below, and it's got to be loose. I ain't wearing no A-frame kilt. But I'm just talking about I'm wearing a kilt and no drawers. Now I don't know. I don't understand how a kilt protects you from sudden erection. Everybody gonna know your business. I think if you walk out and you see a young lady come through and her yams is yamming, and you feel some kind of way, I think you're gonna tell your business. I think you're gonna tell your business. But I still think, and I know a lot of fellas ain't gonna agree with me, but I think a kilt might change the game. It might change the game a little bit. But that's neither here nor there. I don't feel like And I don't like when pastors, and there's at least one pastor watching. I don't like when pastors try to dictate things that are culturally that change culturally. As a pastor, I don't think it's your right or your position to tell men what to wear and what not to wear, or tell women what to wear and what not to wear, because clothing is always cultural. God doesn't determine clothes. God won't like, let me give them Levi's. That is definitely men. And that is definitely a man thing. If you want to think about it, Jesus ain't even own no drawers. And we want to be biblical. Draws must be of the devil, because I'm pretty sure my man J Dog ain't never had no draws. I'm almost positive Jesus ain't wear draws. Jesus ain't had no draws. He ain't had no deodorant. You gotta think about the Lord and Savior. I don't know how fresh they were, but Jesus had to be. He had to let them swing. Y'all gotta think about what they wore back in the day. I know Brienne's trying to figure out what I'm talking about, but draws was draws. You ain't never had no draws. I guess you could have a loincloth. Are loincloths considered draws? You ain't really wear drawers. Jesus put that long robe on. Everybody wore the same thing back in the day. Robe, no robe. Robe, no robe. I don't think Jesus wore the fig leaf. The fig leaf was Adam. Adam put the fig leaf on, and God was mad at him. He's like, cuz, who told you was naked? You ain't even know, cuz. I had you out here enjoying life. Who told you was naked? And he put the fig leaf on. And Jesus like, all right, let me make you a little outfit. Bam. I'm just telling y'all. Jesus ain't had no draws. We got draws. Jesus be like, I don't even know what this is. He was coming back right now. If Jesus went shopping, I don't think he would buy draws. I just don't think he would. I don't know if I would respect Jesus in jeans as much as in the robe. And the robe was fashionable, and you could do what you needed to do. Like if it was summertime and you had the robe on, you would flip the top part down. You just roll that all the way down, and you just be like, I'm out here. Bam. Jesus definitely ain't had no socks. Definitely ain't had no socks. I worry about Jesus' feet. That's why he had to get his feet washed with that lady's hair. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people gonna be upset about this. A lot of people misconstrue it, and they think that it was a white woman's grain of hair. You ain't washing nobody's feet with that kind of hair. That's all stringy. You need some coarse yaki. You need some 4B yaki straight. You had to get in there, and she probably had some coarse hair. You had to get in there where it was like a Brillo pad. That hair was Brillo pad hair. That's what that was. That wasn't no white woman hair. I'm telling you, it's signs all through the Bible about blackness. When she washed Jesus' feet with her hair, I was like, oh yeah, that's Brillo pad. And she might have even had a low cut. Like we all think that her hair was flowing all down. She might have had that thing cut low, maybe even an afro. She was able to get in and just scrub it, scrub it, scrub it. Y'all know that like hair like wool. They was like Jesus' hair was like wool. She might have had some locks. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I seen a lot of ladies' locks out there that look like they could scrub. Like it's a lot of y'all locks. Like a lot of ladies don't be taking care of their locks. A lot of fellas too. They let those locks get locky. And I feel like I could do anything with that hair. I could pick locks. I could wash cars. That's got to be what it was. That was all black people hair all day long. Jesus ain't wearing no socks, ain't wearing no drawers, and he only wore sandals. I don't know the condition of Jesus' feet. They said they was bronze. That's because they was out in the sun all the time. But I don't think Jesus had good feet. He couldn't have had his arches couldn't have been that great. He walked all the time. And I guess he could always just heal himself, so maybe his feet were fine. Maybe no shin splints or nothing for Jesus, just cause those sandals won't made like they won't Nike sandals. They want slides. They want an athletic sandal. They didn't offer the arch support that I know Jesus needed. Not for the amount of walking he did. But that's neither here nor there. All right, that's not what I can't talk about. I can't talk about last night. Let me tell y'all something. When they tell you everything is downhill once you hit 40, they were right. Man, I hit the age of 40, and now I don't know what's going on in my life. My allergies been acting up. I can always tell when the season's about to change. When the seasons start changing, I go through a bout with my allergies. And so I was congested, stopped up, couldn't breathe right. These things happen, right? So I went to the doctor and I told the doctor, I said, "Hey doc, I'm congested, blah, 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 blah." Doctor listened to me. They made sure I ain't had that vid. They like, "Nah, ain't no vid. It just seems to be, your allergy, you got a little phlegm build up." She was like, "I'm gonna write you a prescription for some Mucinex." She said, "I'm doing Mucinex because certain allergy medicines will raise your blood pressure." I had no idea. I'm already trying to make sure my blood pressure stay low, and my blood pressure was low. This week y'all shot me out. Now it may not have been low for everybody else. My blood pressure was like 124, 124 over 83, 124 over 83. A lot of people that ain't, a lot of people ain't, popping champagne for that. But when I had my incident, when my blood pressure was 180 over 110, I think we moved some places. I don't know, went from 180 over 110 to 124 over 83. I took it, right? So they was like, "We're gonna write you a prescription for some Mucinex." So I took the Mucinex. She was like, "That'll get all of the mucus broke up and you can cough it out, blah, 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 blah." Man, listen, by the end of the night, I had did like this, and I could feel all the mucus moving, right? You could feel it flow. It all flew into my ear. I don't know if they thought that was an exit. You know how sometimes you go in a store and you see a door, you be like, "Ooh, that's a door that you can get out. I can get out that door right there." My mucus was like, "Ooh, the ear, that's a door." And they were like, "Hey." And so now they all at the door like, "Hey, let us out. We want out." And so that's what they were doing in my ear. Right here. This is all the mucus was doing. Dog, I feel like I was out of here. Man, it was such a pound. And it was just one ear. It was just one ear. And this ear was completely fine. This ear right here. But listen, I was in so much pain last night. I was calling Peter. I was like, "Peter, if you could just cut the ear off and just let it drain, I'll figure out what to do with it later." It had me. I was in a man down situation from my ear. And never realize what'll break you down. It was so much pressure on this ear. It started going into my eye. I felt like that girl that got hit with that brick. But that's a serious subject. I shouldn't talk about it. Even though now reports are coming out that she may have been lying. That she does this every few years to earn money off of GoFundMe. It's been a lot going on with that. But that's neither here nor there. I had no idea you could die from sinuses. And I just feel like that's not how I want to go out. When I leave here, I need it to be something stronger than that. I don't want y'all coming to my funeral and be like, "Well, how did he go?" They be like, "Sinus pressure." I don't want that. I don't that ain't how I want it. I don't want nobody sitting around and be like, "Man, he was one Benadryl away from still living." Like, I need to go from something stronger, but I felt like it was a wrap. I felt like I was done. I felt like I was done. So here's my question though. So when you swallow the snot, does that go into your digestive system? Put some peroxide. Now my ears are clean, but I'll do what you told me to do, Tam, because I listen to you. Tam, I'm writing it down right now. Peroxide in my ear. I went to my ear, nose, and throat doctor. My ENT, he vacuumed my ear. Man, let me tell y'all something. It felt like my head was blowing up from the inside. That's exactly what it felt like, Roberta. Let me tell y'all something. And ladies, I now envy y'all. I now envy the ladies. And this may be a conversation that's best for a Wednesday, but I've always known that y'all got the better end of sex. Women have gotten the better end of sex for years. Because I just know Whenever you put a Q-tip in your ear, which one feels better, your ear or the Q-tip? And you never know from the Q-tip, so stick your finger in there. Stick your finger in the ear, and you start digging in there. What feels better? It ain't your finger. Your finger has a sensation, but it don't match anywhere near what your ear feels. When that man went in there and vacuumed my ear out, I almost proposed to him. I almost proposed to him. For a virgin, that was the closest I'd been to knowing the sweet joys. He went in there with that ear vacuum, man, and I felt a tingle. I felt that tingle at the end. I was like, this is all right. If this is what it's like to be a lady, and if this is what it's like to be a lady, if that's what y'all feeling, if that what y'all, man, y'all got it good. I'm trying to figure out. That's what's crazy to me. That means y'all get to enjoy the whole time. Men, they enjoy the whole time, from what I'm hearing. But I think for men, it's all about the climax, the ending. It's like you watch the whole movie, but you really just watching for the climax. Men, that's what men is watching the movie for. Ladies, y'all enjoying the whole film, from what I've been hearing. I don't know personally, but I feel like y'all got a better end of it. Y'all are winning. Congratulations, ladies. Sex is for y'all. And it's God's design. He had to make it enjoyable for the woman because they know it can lead to pregnancy. So if it won't great, it ain't no way y'all be having no babies. If it ain't make y'all feel the way that y'all feel, and if it ain't make y'all feel the way that y'all feel, it ain't no way y'all would ever have babies. Wilberta, let me tell you something. That ear vacuum, let me tell you something. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, Roberta. That ear vacuum, I felt it in the tip. Like I ain't even gonna lie, like it shot all the way through me. I was like, wait a minute. I ain't gonna lie. That's what the ear vacuum did. All right, we're gonna move on. I told y'all tell too much of my business. Too much of my business. Too much. Too much of my business. My bad, Aldrin. I know you didn't tune in and hear that, but I felt it all the way through. All the way through, right to the. Yep. All right, we're moving on. I want to talk about something. I talked about a lady getting hit in the face with a brick. I'm gonna ask the lady something because I never really realized this. I'm probably telling somebody's business, but they'll be all right. If they don't like it, they'll call me and cuss me out. I never thought about this. And so most of the time, real life experiences really affect the way that I think about life. I had a friend of mine who had to change their social media name. They had to go on social media and change. It was a young lady. She had to change her name because a man found her. Like went on social media, found her, and then started giving like unwanted advances and started giving unwanted advances, asking her out to eat, things of that nature. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask this question just for my ladies. I don't think men care as much, but ladies, do y'all feel like social media is unsafe for you all? I notice most of the time when I see pseudonyms or fake name, I see a lot of ladies spell their names backwards on social media. Most names that aren't real names are usually the ladies. Men just be like, yo, this is who I am. Ladies, do y'all feel like you can't let your names be out? I see more private pages from ladies than I do from men. Ladies, let's talk about that real quick. I'm just asking Denzel. I know social media is not 100% safe, but I'm talking about how do ladies feel about being on social media? Do they feel like you putting too much? Like what do you do? What's too much for social media? Do y'all feel like there's a lot of people at times you feel that it's unsafe, so your new moves are normally delayed? So they tell you, yo, don't tell people you out of town until after you get back. They do that so people that their jobs on search for 'em, especially teachers, parents will look you up. That's crazy. So you got a job that you work with the public as a teacher. You like, man, I can't have my name on here because my parents will go and look for me on social media. Tam says it's definitely dangerous. And Tam, and that's why, and Tam don't understand why I treat Tam like she do. Tam put a picture up on social media the other day, and it was a dude ogling her, and I was like, I'll kill his mama's kids. I will kill his mama's kids. I don't like the way he looking at you. I don't like my female friends. I know what dudes be thinking. I don't like the dudes thinking about my friends that way. I don't want no random guy thinking about your feet on the ceiling. That's how I feel, you know? So I get a little upset. Tam, you be having your midriff out. You know, the midriff, ladies, when you showing your midriff, that might as well just be because men can create a whole picture just from your midriff. Just from your midriff. I just got a phone call from one of the premier comedians in the country. I didn't even want to not answer the phone when he called. Even though I'm doing my show, I still answer the phone. What's up, Akintunde? Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's Akintunde. Y'all can't see it because it's blurred out. But Akintunde clearly doesn't follow my show because he called me. Hilarious. Now, if it's a business call, it's way too early for him to be calling. What's going on? Akintunde at 7:51 in the morning.
7:51 in the morning. Good morning, Cletus.
What's going on, man?
Can I call you by your other name and let everybody know what your other name is?
I would have to hang up on you immediately if you did that. I would hang up on you immediately, like, and I would probably end our friendship at that point.
I'm talking about the name you signed in at the hotel at.
Yeah. So people are saying good morning to you. So first of all, now you got me signing in the hotels. Now people's like, ooh, Cletus be telling everybody he a virgin, but he going to hotels and people know about it. And then it even sounded bad because you made it seem like I signed in the hotel to meet you. Not you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got to make sure we clear this whole thing up. Akintunde is happily married. Wonderful wife named Unissa. The man's name is Akintunde. He ain't never stepped foot in Africa before, but we'll move on. What's going on,
Man, listen. I need to talk to you about some TV business.
All right, so I get off this show in approximately like 7 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I call you when I get off the show.
And I'm going to watch the last 7 minutes.
I don't believe you, but we'll see what happens.
Y'all forgive me for disturbing this amazing show.
Yeah.
Pastor Tucker watches your show. So I did not know the times.
Oh, yeah, it's on every morning.
My show. I apologize.
Oh, it's on at the same time as your show?
No. My show starts at 10. I'm prepping. I start prepping at 8. So I apologize for not watching your show.
And see, that's the difference between me and you. Your professionalism is way higher than mine. My show comes on at 7:15. I start prepping at 7:18. I'm prepping while my theme song is on. I'm like, let me go ahead and get myself together. Sometimes if I gotta pee, I'll just run a video for them to watch until I get finished.
Same thing.
There it is. Tricks of the trade.
Yeah, that's good right there.
They telling you to get on and talk with us in the chat. They want to meet you, Akintunde. Akintunde, amazing comedian. He's a writer. He used to write for the Monique show. He's written for many things. He is probably the largest ambassador of clean and family-oriented television and programming in the country. Nobody bigger than him, I don't believe. He does an amazing concert series of comedy down in South Carolina that I haven't been on. So he's just doing a lot of amazing things. Right now, he has a whole series going on with wellness and comedy. So he's putting in wellness, both social wellness, emotional wellness, physical wellness, and he's doing that with comedy, and he's doing it right now, man. He has got to be applauded for all the things that he's done. A real stalwart in the industry, and he's taught me so much. He is one of, he doesn't even know it, but he is one of the key cogs in my growth as a comedian. So he doesn't know that, but he took me to the side one time. I was interviewing, no, I did his Christmas special. I think it was called A Very Funny Christmas.
Yes, sir.
It's one of my very first television credits. I did the show, and he took me to the side, and he told me how much better of a comedian I would be if I didn't just always go for shock value. He was like, if you actually have some good material, not just shock value, you're going to grow as a comedian. And at first I hated him because I was like, dog, people laugh at my shock value. But then I realized if he's been doing comedy at this level for 436 years, he's got to know what he's talking about. So I took that to heart and started becoming a better writer and a better comic. I don't think Ott knows that. I don't think I've ever told him that. But I'm going to go ahead and shock him right now, let him know, give him his flowers while he still got allergies. So I'll call you as soon as the show is over. We'll be looking for you in the chat. We'll be looking for you in the chat. All right.
I appreciate it, bro. Love you, man.
Love you too, Doc.
All right, peace.
All right. So I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, so ladies, there's danger in social media. So what do you do? Fellas, I think fellas are way more open. So here's one of the things that I've always talked about. I worry sometimes about my presence more in public and the relationships that I built with people. Like I've always been like, especially with ladies. Like ladies, I always be like, men are crazy. You never know what men will do. Men do weird stuff, right? So for me, I don't mind. I like knowing who don't like me. That ain't works for me. I like knowing who don't like me. I love when guys make comments and it's obvious that they don't like me. I love knowing who my haters are because me being in public, I can always see who my haters are. I can see them coming. I'm like, I'm good with it. I need to know you don't like me. I'm A-okay with that. Some people don't want to know that people don't like them. I'm all right. I can deal with not being liked. A small tidbit about me, I don't do well with compliments. Somebody compliment me, that makes me the most uncomfortable I'll ever be in my life. I don't deal well with compliments. Insults, love them. Bring the insults because I know exactly how to deal with an insult. I like being able to recognize people who don't like me. And here's the whole thing about it. I've matured enough in my life that you not liking me is okay. You cannot like me, I cannot like you. And you know what we can both do? Continue on with our lives. I don't have to speak to people. I don't find it disrespect if you don't speak to me. If you in a room, I'm in a room, and we know we don't like each other, I don't have to speak to you. I don't want to have to be fake. I don't want to ask you how you're doing. You know why? Because I don't care. I only ask people how they doing when I actually care. If I ask you how you're doing, I really want to know. A lot of people, you get caught up in a situation where you don't ask somebody how they doing and you could care less. Why put yourself through it? Maybe a gentle, I don't even want to give a nod. I don't even have to do a gentle head nod. It's okay for two people to be in a room that don't like each other and not speak. I think that is still being cordial. People be like, well, I gotta speak. Why? Why do I have to speak? I ain't gotta speak to you. We good. You live over there in your life. I'm live over here in my life. I don't know if the Bible says thou shalt speak. When I find that verse in the Bible, then maybe I'll start speaking to people. I don't have to be disrespectful to you. I had a situation one time where a guy that I know couldn't stand me, did not like me at all. I knew how terrible he talked about me behind my back. And sometimes, never to my face, but sometimes to where I could see it, like on social media. And we were in a public event, and it was all these big wigs and stuff. And he came to shake my hand. To me, a handshake is a greeting of peace, being cordial, and all those things. Well, he can't shake my hand. I told him no. I said, man, we don't get down like that. Why are you shaking my hand? No, you go right on about your business, sir. I don't even want what your handshake brings. Because to me, a handshake solidifies whatever. No, man, leave all of that behind. I don't even want you to transfer your energy to me. You stay over there, I'ma stay over here. We ain't gotta shake hands. I think men don't mind. I think men take social media and feel like they're safe by it, even though we've had numerous examples of celebrities and different people being hurt or injured because people knew where they were by their social media or them going live. Fellas, to me, you got to be careful, fellas, when you putting your stuff up, because dudes move with ill intentions. It's very rare that women follow other women to harm them physically. I think it's hard. Shannon said, I feel obligated to play nice. I don't think you're playing mean if you don't speak. Stalkers are real. Men, men are the real dangers of social media. And we got to take this L, fellas. Ladies use social media as a research tool. They gonna find out all about your life. Listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, fellas. It's at least one lady who has looked at the numbers of likes and loves that you got from somebody and determined whether or not y'all are in a relationship or she likes you. Women will come back and tell you all the time, oh no, such and such like you. She's liked your pictures 336 times. Wait, what? How you know? Oh no, I've watched all of them. Ladies know how to click on your pictures and see who all the people are and all the reactions. They be like, who reacted to this picture? Uh-huh, there she go. There she go with heart eyes. She put heart eyes in there. She want them. I never know when a woman wants me. I never know. I never know when women want me. A woman literally has to sit and tell me, I want you, before I realize a woman wants me. There he is, comedian Akatunde, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't lie. He came in. If you are not following Akatunde, please do follow Akatunde. Go find him right now on Instagram, Twitter. He's amazing, amazing guy. Got to do it. I never know if a woman likes me. I always feel because of what I do as a comedian, it's my job to make people laugh and smile. So, so one of the things that women like to say, look at her over there kikiing and everything that you say. She's supposed to kiki at what I say. I'm hilarious. I'm expecting her to kiki. I ain't expecting her to kiki. Do you love me? I just don't. I don't have time for that, right? I'm not. I never know when a woman likes me. My best friend in college was a girl named Mary Parker. Mary used to have to tell me every time she likes you, she likes you, she likes you. I'd be like, no, she doesn't. I'm like, she don't like me. She just laughing because this is what I do. I'm very good at what I do. My personality. Now, second of all, it's a defense mechanism for me because I never want to assume. Listen, I've been rejected by so many women that I never jump in there thinking that she wants me. The moment I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the moment I think a woman wants me is when I find out heartbreak hotel. I can tune they talking about with the name I signed in the hotels with. That's the hotel I'm in more than likely. The Heartbreak Hotel. The moment I think a woman likes me, I'm gonna jump out there for her to be like, oh no, I don't even like humans. Like women reject me in ways. Women have found such amazing ways to reject me because they know my prowess. I can rebuttal anything. Women know how to rebuttal me to where I can't even come back with anything. They be like, I don't like humans. You're like, dang it. Women be like, I'm a lesbian. I be like, we can work on that. They're like, ah. And Uncle Tune's wife is named Unissa. Unissa would tell me that a particular woman liked me, and I would tell her, no, she's just being nice. Later, I'll find out that the woman truly did and was being disrespectful to my wife. Men are not even smart enough to know. We don't know. You a whole married man. And here's the thing about Akatune, and I can say this about Ak. Ak is one of my boys where he a very man. He's built for being married and being an entertainer. We could take Akatune out on the road and it could be 100 naked strippers. And he'd be like, I don't even know who you are. I don't know who they are. They were like, I don't know. I didn't even notice the naked strippers. Like, he'll come through and be like, I'd be like, did you see? He'd be like, I ain't even. It was naked strippers. I was too busy texting my wife. He that kind of married. Like, he like 100% married. Like, it's crazy how married Akatune is. It's ridiculous. He the kind of married that take his wife everywhere until she don't want to go no more. She be like, I'm tired of going with you. He be like, hun, we going. He that married. Being nice and flirting are two different things. What's the other kind of married? Oh, the other kind of married is situationally married. Now, I had some situationally married friends too. They married when she there. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a lot of ladies that's the same way. There are men and women who are actually married and situationally married. Some people are married when their wife is there. They about 86% married. And they definitely right. If he sleeps with somebody, if I hear that Akatune was in carnal relations with another woman, I know his wife had to be there because he breaking her everywhere. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he cheated. Some people are only married when their spouse is around. Then they married. I know each of us knows a person that you've been around them in social environments, and it won't until maybe a year later that you realize that they was even married. You be like, they married? You got to be kidding. That them? I knew a young lady like that one time. Listen, if she was teaching shapes, it would be throw that hind parts in a circle because that's what she did at all times. I knew the young lady about a year and a half before I knew she was even married. I had no idea. No idea she was married. None. Anyway, we gonna wrap the show up because I'm just going off, and y'all know my favorite direction just left. Then it say you either 100% married or not married at all. And that's how it's supposed to be. Well, a lot of people, that percentage ain't that high. A lot of people's marriage percentage is not that high. Their public marriage and their private marriage, man, I done had guys hang up the phone with their wife, and then they be like, hey, man, I'm about to call my side piece. And I be like, and you don't know what to do. I don't ever know how to respond to. Listen, all my fellas that cheat, all my ladies that cheat, because I have friends on both sides. I know ladies that cheat a lot, no fellas. When you cheat, you put your friends in an awkward position. We can't learn no names. We don't know how to speak. We just be really confused. We don't know what do I address her as? When you bring your side piece around, I don't know whether to call her Bam. I'm confused. If you ever around, ladies, if you ever go around his boys and they barely speak to you, it's because you're a side piece. It's 100%. That's just the facts. If they accept you, embrace you, want to know your name, they talk to you, it is. Now, Katrina, men don't cheat at all. Men never cheat. Black men don't cheat. I'm talking about my white friends. I told you, black men don't cheat. This is about my white. I also have white friends. So that's on my white friend counterparts. When I be around people that cheat, I be nervous the whole time. I'm watching the door. I'm looking around like we cheat. When you cheat and you bring me, now we cheating. Now I can't be around your significant other and feel the same way. We now cheated on her, on him. When you decide to cheat and you bring me into it, we are now cheating. We cheating. Don't make me a cheater. We cheating. And that's all I got to say about that. We're going to get out of here tonight, 9 p.m., Second Give. That's the name of the show, Second Give. I'm going to get ready to get off of here, go and blow my nose, and then call Akatsude back. He going to talk to me about some TV stuff. So y'all just know this might be the last time I do this show, because if Akatsude call me with the right TV deal, I'm out. Check y'all the deuces. Never do this show again. Yeah. Remember, any of these views are not things that black men do. Black men don't cheat. Today is Tuesday, man. It's going to be another great day. I know yesterday was fantastic. So y'all keep on, man, with the fantasticness. Keep it going. Let it be a chain reaction. Yesterday started off being great. You know, if we master Monday, the rest of the week can do nothing but bow down. Tuesday is here. We're about to go and conquer Tuesday, leading us into Wednesday. It's going to be fantastic. Remember, love on somebody, man, even if it's just you. Make somebody feel better today. That's going to be your goal. That's how we're going to get together and make this world a better place. If each of us makes at least one person feel better, and even if that one person just happens to be you, I think the world can get better each and every day. I believe it. You believe it. Great. We're going to try this whole thing better than I was
Kick your
today.
shoes off, take a load off.
We out.
Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton's Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton's Cassidy show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off